When you get to know me, there's a few things you will begin to understand about me. One, I like tribute records. I'm the one who admits it. Go ahead and cover other people's songs. That's great. How can you screw up? You're covering someone else's song. You should be covering their best song. How can you screw that up? I like concept bands. I like a band with a concept. We'll get to that in a minute. I like bands with a sense of humor. We'll get to that in a minute. And I like comic books. Before they were cool. It had multi-billion-dollar movies and whatever else. So, when this was sent to me by the band, Norwood Park All Stars, I opened it up. I got hooked real fast. Hey group, welcome to Action Rock Corner. I'm your host, Richard May. You don't see that? Well, I do like the name of the album. N.P.A.S. Das. That's how you say it? Das. Das, Gotcha. Spanish for two. Because they also sent me their debut record, what the sign says. What does the sign say again? Northwest Highway. Sorry guys, it's backwards when I'm looking at the screen. So, David and Pete, the singer and guitar player, respectively, whatever the phrase is, in that order. They, Dave emails me. We're going to email you some stuff. You can too. We'll get to that in a minute. And Pete actually does the mailing, the guitar player. And I'll take your free stuff all day long. And the concept of the band is that they may be veterans of or fans of the Norwood Park scene in North Chicago, the north side Chicago, Cubs territory. Not White Sox, not the White Sox territory. Okay, I got a worldwide audience. Chicago Cubs is an American baseball team, professional baseball team, major league. Chicago has two teams. They have the Cubs that for the fans of the north side Chicago, and they have the White Sox for the fans on the south side of Chicago. Not many American cities have two baseball teams other than Los Angeles and New York City. So, and that's why I'm wearing, because they do love their baseball. As you see in the patch here. And I'll get to the packaging in a minute. This is so, it's like, it's baseball. Is there another one that clearly shows it's supposed to be like a baseball patch? Okay. So, where was I? So, this is a tribute to punk and elements of glam rock. Or they say here, in this fine illustration in their booklet for their debut record, these are all the bands, or at least the major bands, they're influenced by. You see on this page. I get my finger on. These are all the bands they like, and you know, these, that guy on the right, these are the punk bands. These are the glam rock or art school. That's what they put it. Yeah, art school. Art school influence. You know, Talking Heads as the one major example of art school rock and roll. So these are the bands that you probably never heard of because they didn't break out and become major touring bands and major label artists back in 1985, 40 years ago. So in 2007, you know, the scene was dead. And these fans of the Norwood scene in the mid-'80s, they formed a tribute act that play the best songs, the original best songs of all these bands in concert, in a bar gig, and keep the spirit alive. A lot of cities should be doing this. It happens in Cleveland here and there, but there's not like a permanent band gigging, playing the best of Cleveland, whatever. Chicago has that band in the Norwood Park All Stars. So, I'm reviewing N.P.A.S. officially. Now, let me get to the review part. And then I'll do the digressions and merchandise, and this is cool stuff. It is 13 songs in 39 minutes. Unfortunately, I could not look up the original bands that wrote these 13 songs. According to what I saw, the websites that are supposed to have information, Google couldn't patch me through. So, it's really good songs. They have to be. And the good part about what Pete and Dave and the rest of the band does is that they keep the DNA of their original song in their version. So while you have this common thread of the same band, it's always, Pete and Dave as the lead guitarist and the singer. And, the other guys are pretty constant too. The drummers kind of switch around according to what I'm seeing here. But despite being a constant lineup, they don't remold the songs into themselves, into a Norwood Park All Star sound. There is, the singer can't help it, the guitar player can't help it, the rest of the band can't help it, sound like themselves. But the songs are distinctly different without being odds and sods, okay, just thrown together. They do sequence well, and it's really good stuff. You hear the original DNA of the original. I said original twice, sorry. Composing as I'm speaking. And it's really good stuff. I've saved 5 songs, but I cheated. I saved 2 songs, appropriately, from Dust. Danish Homegirls. I would like to have more background on this. You kind of hear the lyrics, and the follow-up song, Right to Say. Those 2 songs got to me. I really like those 2 songs. All those songs are cool. All the songs are really cool. Heck, you know, there's a little bit of rockabilly here, and a little bit of rock and roll here, and a little bit. It's good stuff. So I saved those 2 songs from Das. However you say it. It's been a while since I heard that one song, you know, but anyways. I cheated. I did not listen to the debut record. And they are on YouTube. Actually, I did not listen to the physical copies they sent me. I listened on YouTube. And the production's very good. Okay. From the debut record, I glanced at the song titles. You know, and of course I have the physical, and I looked at it and I went, oh, you got song titles of this, that, and the other thing. And of course, comic book, you know. I had to listen to a song titled Russ Meyer. For those of you not hip, you don't have to be. I'm going to hip you right now. Russ Meyer did sexploitation movies in the 60s, early 70s time of our world. And starring fixins that unfortunately would develop back problems, I'm sure, later in life, because they were well endowed young ladies. And when you're well endowed, often you get back problems. So, a song dedicated, named for Russ Meyer, I have to listen. Cool song. Another song from the debut, Northwest Highway. Gary Glitter. I love Gary Glitter. He's been canceled for darn good reason. I guess he wasn't hip enough for Epstein Island. And of course Epstein Island, apparently the children at Epstein Island, the teenagers, were too old for Gary. You get the hint. Gary went bye-bye. Go to jail for young children. And when he got out of jail, he went to Vietnam, allegedly looking for young children, and got busted there. I forget. I did not do my homework. Is he still alive? Is he free? Is he still in jail? I forget. But he's been thoroughly canceled because he's been convicted. But Gary Clark songs, heck, whatever happened to Michael Jackson, and they're doing movies after he died. People don't care about Michael Jackson. Gary Clark wasn't talented enough to have his sins ignored. But in my book, I enjoyed Gary Clark a whole lot more than Michael Jackson. So a song named for Gary, I imagine the song came out before Gary Clark's convictions. So, Forgiven, and the song really doesn't sound like a Gary Clark song. And forgive me, I would like to have lyrics because I don't understand. I'm sorry, David. I don't understand every word in the mix. It's me. Maybe it's me. What do I know? But it seems like the song is not about the sins of Gary Clark. I'm not sure. People are crawling on the floor or whatever. I'm not sure. It's a cool song. I love that song. I saved Russ Meyer and Gary Clark because song rocks, and I gotta listen. I did not listen to the other song. I listened to 2 other songs on the debut record. Since the other song I saved is since 1973. And apparently it's about a girl or a woman, and who was really beautiful in 1973. And it's a cool song, even though I do not strictly understand what the lyrics are telling me. Cool song. So I had to save those 3. I had to listen to those 3 songs with those song titles because I was alive in 1973. Sorry, I'm old. I was 12. Okay. So I had to save since 1973. I had to keep Russ Meyer. I had to keep Gary Clark. Even through, I'm not reviewing that record. This is not a review of Northwest Highway. Okay? Did not listen to it. I just listened to 4 songs and kept 3 of them because the song titles are cool. So we make it clear. It's really cool songs, and I hope I don't offend my new friends Dave and Pete. I don't hear much punk. I hear rock and roll. Maybe the originals was more punk back in the mid-'80s. Fair. But what I hear in this, which I did listen repeatedly all the way through, a lot, I enjoyed it. I hear rock and roll. And so if you like rock and roll, you're going to love this. I think I love it. And it's just good rock and roll. If the originals were more punk, I don't hear the punk in these covers. Okay? Really good. You like your rock and roll, you're going to love it. And it is on YouTube. Keep that in mind. All right. digression. And actually, it's not a digression. It's all the stuff I got. I got cool stuff. These guys want to get my attention. I don't know if you can buy what I received. You know, I think as a package, I'm sure all of this is available at their gigs. Can you buy as a package through the mail? I'm not sure. So this sticker, this is the actual patch. This is a patch here. And I've been waiting for someone to send me stickers because Keith, Knowledge is for Fools. Is that the name of the band? Yeah, Knowledge is for Fools. Kiff. They sent me stickers, and they sent me cool stuff in the mail, but I didn't have other people's stickers to put it. Don't worry that you're not on top. Okay, you sent more stuff to me. See, you're on top of this one. Top of the New York Dolls documentary about the old bass player, and the Max sticker that I didn't have space for. And then this, and more Keith, and offshoot band, yeah. Okay. And, you know, this just cool stuff. And of course, you've seen the Gene patch. You're going to get a lot of opportunities for display, okay? These are going up because I've been showing, you know, my sticker collection over my shoulder over the last year plus. So, you know, like AC/DC needs the pub, right? So this stuff is going up to be seen behind me, and this will be seen behind me. You're gonna get a lot of pub, okay? And I got a comic book. Did I say I love comic books? I do. Bad comic books, not so bad. There's some bad comics out there. Never mind which ones. There's some cool stuff out there. This is fun. I like fun. And it's funny. You know? A parody of the old Charles Atlas. This is a Charles Atlas ad. The 98-pound weakling getting beaten up at the beach, and then he takes Charles Atlas's course and he kicks the bully's ass. That's what happens here in a different way. You can if you're on the big screen TV, you can freeze frame and read the darn thing. And there's more stuff here on the inside, but I'm nervous for the guys because Disney doesn't play nice some days. And Carmen Infantino is dead. That's hardcore comic nerd reference about a publisher of DC Comics that was hardcore about copyright. Back in the day when I was 12 or younger, he was mean. It wasn't even that good of an artist either, but regardless. So, thank you again for the care package. I really appreciate it. And remember, if you have confidence in your stuff, and that I should hear it. But you don't have to send me physical swag. You don't. You know, do I appreciate cool physical swag? This is great physical swag. I love it. It's absolutely great swag. And the okay, oh, here it is. And the physical CD is really cool. And they noticed I own CDs, so they didn't send me a final record. Thank you for noticing. It's good physical stuff, and I appreciate good physical stuff and swag. But you don't need physical swag. You can simply email me or just leave a comment on a video. But my email's around. Look around. And just ask me to listen to your stuff. I will listen to your stuff if you ask me. Heck, it saves me time. Because I'm not going to admit, I got a stack of printouts of covers that will hurt someone if I hit someone with it. I will hurt someone if I hit someone with that. That's a lot of paper over there. It's become a phone book. Okay. For those of you under 40, a phone book. There's a big ass book with everyone's phone numbers in it that you got for free. Especially if you live in a major American or European, I guess. Everyone had phone books, right? Big ass book. You can hurt someone with those damn things. And I got a phone book. Those are the stuff I reviewed. We're going up to what, 450, whatever it is now. I've done a lot of reviews. So just ask me to listen. If you're on YouTube especially, so it's easy for me to find, I'll give it a sample. If I like the sample, I'm listening all the way through. I'm reviewing, no problem. So you don't need to send me swag. But since you know I'm going to display stickers, don't need to be necessarily be a sticker, just something. I put a lot of this on gummy thing that sticks and I can undo. Get small stickers, I get space. So, you know, cheaper stickers are cheap, you know. Put some stickers in the mail. I get more boards. See, I got a blank one right here waiting for you. Send me stuff. And you get free publicity. I gotta redo this because Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath need that much free pub? No, they don't. What? I know manors and castles are expensive to upkeep, but they'll need the publicity. You do. So even if I really don't care for your band, I'll probably put up the sticker anyway. You send me a sticker, I'll put it up. Why not? You know, somebody likes your band, even if I don't. I know that. You know, and I never slag a band. I really don't. One last thing before someone busts me. Yes, I know these are reissues of their 2 records. Okay? These originally came out a while ago, in the prior decade. And my policy is I don't review reissues. I try not to. But there has to be an exception to the rule. You sent me the stuff. You sent me cool swag. The music's cool. The concept is great. I love it. And it's not a major band, where thousands of people own the original version of what's being reissued. Okay? I don't know what your print run was back in the prior decade, but I think people can keep track that whether or not they own this and this, and not be confused and go, oh, I already own that. Okay? And this came out just last year, late last fall. So, okay. I did the review. And it's great. And unless you're from Chicago, if you're outside Chicago, you have no idea that this was an assistance. Okay? So, exception to the rule. And like I didn't even listen to the physical copy. I listened on YouTube. And you can find it on YouTube and save tracks and all kinds of cool stuff. And guys, you want to say who the bands are that you pay tribute to, put it in the comments. It'd be great. And I carried on long enough. Oh, God. I looked at the time. It's cool stuff. And yes, I do get pissed off if someone like Cleopatra Records, they never tell you it's a reissue. Now I got to go look up if it's really a reissue or not. It isn't like Cleopatra Records is fooling the rock critic. No. I get the stuff everyone else gets. The customers. And some of those customers are addled. And we forget if you own something or not. So it's not cool to imply that a reissue is new. I don't care for that. They didn't imply anything. They just sent me the thing, and here we are. So, ain't no balance. You can find it on YouTube. You can play in mixed company. It's not nasty. There's no cursing going on. At least, I don't remember hearing anything offensive or politically off-putting. If there is something there, because it is kind of punk, I missed it. Let's wrap it up. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to Action Rock Corner, ring the notification bell. Go listen to their channel on YouTube, and you'll find the 2 records for the Norwood Park All Stars. Come back, tell us what you think. And for latest in action rock, high energy rock, garage, punk, and classic legacy bands, come on back. We'll have it for you. Thank you for watching. Remember, have fun with your music. They have a comic book about their scene and it's fun. Give me fun. I'm good. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.